welcome, and thank you for coming for this work talk on the resonance tissue in the field of the feelings practitioner. To those of you who do not know me yet, I'm on. One person, last minute. To those who do not know me yet, my name is Susanne. I'm one of the feelings practitioners. I've been trained by the trainers in the last years. And I'm so glad you came to this space and are curious enough to connect to the field of feelings practitioners. The resonance tissues are discovery, a recent discovery from in the feelings practitioner field. Our physical, all our bodies are tightly connected. And the question is, how are our feelings, how is our emotional body connected to our physical body? How does this work? We know, since for a long time, we know that we store our feelings in our physical body. For example, our tensions, all injuries, everything, all emotions we cannot process, we keep in our physical body, in the tissues of our physical body. And the question is, how does this work? How do we actually keep our feelings in the physical body? How do we store them? How does this work? The connection between the feelings and the physical body. And this workshop today is exactly about this. And I'm inviting you to journey into the inside in the body. So you feel from the inside, you map your body by the felt sensations from the inside and connect your body structures to the feelings. From the possibility management distinctions, we have established the distinction of the 4 feelings: anger, sadness, fear, and joy. These 4 feelings resonate with certain body structures. Most of you probably heard already that anger goes with the bones, sadness resonates with the soft tissues, the fear goes with the nervous system, and joy is in the center of the cells. But what does this mean? What does this really mean? So our anger has a certain quality. Our anger has the quality of direction, of clarity, of space holding. The anger is divides. The anger divides and separates and makes distinctions. When you see the bones, when you have the bones as a body structure, the bones have the same quality. Bones have a quality of direction, especially if you take the long bones of the arms and the legs. They have the same quality of direction. Also, with a bone, it's very clear where it starts, where it ends. It has this quality of hard, being solid. A bone is heavy, solid. What else do you connect with the quality of anger in bones? What's coming to you?
Resistance.
Can you say a bit more about what is resistance for you?
Yeah, with my bones, I can make resistance. I can push and feel the resistance over my bones.
So contact and resistance. So it's also about a boundary. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I get this picture of my pelvis holding space for my organs that are in that area. So it's like this, also the space holder for that area.
Yeah. Yeah. Also the skull. The skull is also a container and protection. There's the vertebra in the spine. They also contain and protect the nerves which run in the center.
Alignment to grow with the bones, to take the resistance from the earth to get in an alignment.
Yes, with gravity. Yeah,
Yeah.
bones aligned with gravity. Yes. And this is also a quality of anger, this alignment. So it's all directed in one direction, all goes together with one direction. So you get, with the bones, you get how the qualities of the bones really resonate, have the same taste or sound, you could even say, as the feeling of anger. And exactly at this point, you find how feelings and physical body are connected. If you have the pure feelings, it really, it has the same vibration as the body structure of the bones. This is when we go on to, no, I wanted to add something. So there are certain points in our body, in our skeleton here, which are more a kind of a portal for the anger. And the portal which contains a lot of anger, or can contain a lot of anger, is the pelvis area, because there we have the biggest bones in our body, the heaviest and biggest bones. So this would be a portal to address the anger over the body. And we are going to do this later. No, I changed my mind. We are doing this now. Connect with your hands, please, and touch your fingers. And start from, you touch and touch bone on bone. You need to have a little pressure. You need to have a little pressure, execute a little pressure on your bone. Do you get it? The pressure is a small intensity of anger. Connect to your feeling of anger. Having the pressure on the fingers. Activate your anger. Your clarity. And with these fingers, make contact with your pelvis bones. I stood it up. It's here, this area. Really make contact with the bones of your fingers, with your pelvis bones. It's more in front. You can really touch your bones, even if there's a little bit fat around. You get it. Then let your anger rise. A little bit, your clarity, and connect it with these bones you find there. So that the anger is inside of the bone. Go backwards with your fingers until you meet your spine. Feel how much bone structure is in this pelvis area. And take your time to really sense the structure, the density, the clarity.
And open your eyes.
Yeah.
Go in contact.
While feeling the density and the anger in your bones. Yeah. Now you can find the sounds. There are sounds in the structure together with the anger. It's something like ah or ha. Ah, ah. Make the sounds from this ah.
Yes.
Ah, ha, ha,
Go.
Ah,
ha,
ah, ah.
ha.
Yes.
And let your hands travel around this very big bone structure of the pelvis. Feel the clarity, the density of the structure. Also the space the pelvis opens for the organs. And find your sounds. Ah, ah,
Whoa.
ah, ah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
ah.
ah, ah.
Mhm.
How's
Yeah.
this going for you? How's this going for you? Any feedback? How's it going?
It resonates with my kiefer, with my
With your teeth and this bone, yeah?
yes. Mhm.
Yeah, for me, I'm experiencing something that I normally don't. I don't easily connect with my lower body. And so when I feel anger, it's often still in my chest. And if I touch my pelvis, I do sense this,
Yes.
this low growl.
Yeah, let this growl come from your pelvis area, this deep sound. Ah. And there is a hint. Try to let it come from the inside, not look from the outside, but really go into the center of the bone and let from the center of the bone the sound come out. Ah.
Yeah.
I am experiencing something that I've been lengthening my tailbone. A yoga practitioner gave me this possibility to imagine that keep rooting down. And when I do this practice, it comes automatically. It's like the pelvis is supporting the possibility for my tailbone to go into the earth. Like a tilting happening, but just really minute, like it's not big.
Yeah. Wow. Maybe you could also include your femur, like the upper thigh bones. You feel them when you're sitting on them. The bones from your upper legs. You're sitting on your bones, and you could extend your ankle from your pelvis into the bones of your legs. Let's go for that. Let's go for that. So, from the inside of these long bones of your upper leg, let the anger come. Like it's like also a growling sound or a ha. Oh.
Yeah.
Ah. Oh.
Go.
Yeah, go.
Go.
And from there, you can let the sound further into your lower legs. And the anger and clarity until it touches the ground.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also from the pelvis, the portal of the pelvis, you can start going upwards in your spine, and you can also use your hands to find the bones in your spine so that you map your body. The skeleton is appearing in you together with the anger. And then go to your rib cage. Find the ribs, upper ribs here. And also the clarity and the space holding of the ribs. And map your skeleton also by including the skull, the arms, the fingers, your hands. Together with your anger, always together, the inner structure. Anger builds the inner structure in your body.
Open your eyes.
Yeah.
Contact.
Yeah. Yeah, stay in contact.
Yes.
Now, how's the inner structure coming in you? How is it coming? What can you perceive of your skeleton now? It's becoming more clear. It's more appearing of your inner structure in your consciousness.
I'm noticing that the individual bones are more distinct. Like the space between my vertebrae seems to have more, it's like it's not so bony or something in between my vertebrae. And even the bones of my lower back, where they're like the joints are like they popped and cracked a little bit.
Yeah. So when the bones crack, that means there's going to be, is more space in the in-between.
Yeah.
In between the bone structures. Thank you.
I'm noticing two things. I'm noticing that my the pelvis has a deeper grounded growl, and my arm bones and my fingers hold a higher sound and more sharp clarity. And I'm also noticing that being more aware in connection with my bones, I sit more upright and yeah, feel more supported.
And how is it with the anger? So you spoke about the sound and the uprightness and the clarity.
Yeah, it's as if the anger is more connected now also to my lower body. It's like it's flowing more freely.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I'm noticing I never had sensed this my skeleton, and it looks like I've been through an X-ray machine, a full body X-ray machine, and I sense my body with the flesh, with the muscles, with all of this. I occupy a determined space. I have the sensation of space of my full body, and when going into my bones, what I sense is there's a separation between my skeleton and my tissues in between after that. So it looks like now for the first time I'm sensing my skeleton by itself, and it occupies a different mass than my whole body with all the tissues. So there's a difference between the area of the skeleton and then the full-on body. And that came from the clarity of the anger. Thank you.
Any other sharings at this point?
I feel I sense I have conscious now that I have the bones. It's like I go through this life without feeling they exist. Like actually the upper bones, like my skull, or my pelvis. I never think about my pelvis, so it's like if it wasn't there. So I have these bones of the legs and the arms. I have here in the chest spinal cord, but I don't have. I never looked at me as having a skeleton, complete skeleton. So it's present.
Yeah, thank you. And it is the feelings nourishing our physical body. Because anger is always there. And when we are always having anger. There's no time where there's no anger. Even if it's an emotional anger, it resonates with our skeleton and nourishes it. So our skeleton, we need our consciousness on our anger and on our inner structure to be fully nourished, to be fully alive. So to embody the warrior, the warrioress. This would be the first archetype we just addressed. I want to shift now to the second, to the fear. So what's the qualities of fear you perceive? What could be the qualities of fear? As we know. So, for example, as fear makes alertness, aliveness,
Speed.
pardon?
Speed.
Speed.
Mhm.
So
Or stillness.
Fear is a transportation of information. It's connected to getting information.
With
So-
noticing. With
Louis-
noticing. With
With
noticing.
noticing? Yes. So we see that fear somehow needs to be connected to our senses, because fear is about noticing. And fear needs also to be connected to to the rest of the nervous system, as it is about information. And that's what our nervous system does. It transports information. It brings information from one point to the others, or processes information. And it's also about speed and alertness and electricity. That's how our nervous system. And there you find the resonance of the nervous system and the fear in these qualities, which are so similar. And the portal of the fear in the body, where you can address the fear in a certain point, is the solar plexus, which is just below your lower rib, below the sternum, here. And it's a web, a knot of knots, of neuronal knots, which are very dense. And from there go all the connections to this into the body. It's called solar plexus because it has a sun shape. So it's like a sun and has lots of connections into the other nervous system in the body. So if you want to address your fear, or no, the sensation, you probably know the sensation if you get a little shock. You walk over the street and a car is coming, you didn't see it. That's this kind of, or somebody gives you an information, you like attacks you. Maybe somebody attacks you and there's a fear arising in this point around the stomach. That's where the solar plexus is. You get this shock movement. Do you know where it is? Did you find it? Yes. And I invite you to imagine this situation. Maybe this, what I said, you cross the street, a car is coming. There's this sound, this and the feeling is in the solar plexus, a little cramp, a shock. That's exactly where the portal is for the fear. And with this fear, you just sensed with this sound, you start from this solar plexus and let the fear from there disperse, like go over the nerves into the whole nervous system. So let the fear from this knot relax into the whole nervous system. It's like dispelling, like this intense fear by traveling through the nerves to the more distant areas. Let this travel to the more distant areas in your body. Let it travel to the nerves under your skin. It's a movement like as if you would throw a stone into the water, and then it makes ripples all over the water. The same thing the fear does, makes ripples in the nervous system.
And open your eyes. The sphere, open your eyes.
Yeah.
Look outside.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Yeah, yeah. Can you please any sharings at there? What's going on for you?
It awakened parts of my body that I was not attentive to. It spread it out, and now I can feel the fear in my lower back. I can feel the fear in my wing bones. I can near my wing bones in that area, and I can sense my skin from inside. But there's a bigger perception of my fear around my torso.
Thank you. You could also, so this is when, if you let the fear go into the web of your nerves, which extend until under your skin, could also extend the fear towards your spine. And this is the invitation to now go with your fear to your spine and let the fear in the spine rise in the spine. So upwards from this solar plexus knot. Let the fear go backwards to the spine and then rise upwards. To the brain, and especially until it goes to the senses, to the ears, the eyes. It's an upwards movement, outward. And please open your eyes. Don't go away. Stay in contact with us. Yeah, while you navigate your fear in the body. How is it working for you?
I'm feeling very challenged to do this, splitting my attention, being in the space, and then trying to bring the fear into my spine. I'm noticing that my fear from my solar plexus usually goes into my abdomen, and through my arms and my hands into into also the skin of my hands, and gives me sweaty hands. And I'm not well practiced yet to bring the fear into my spine.
And what you do is working. If you bring this fear in your abdomen or upwards through your arms and into your hands, then you already dispel it. Yeah, bring it from the concentrated, enmeshed fear knot into the outer tissues. The fear starts flowing.
Yeah. And I'm also aware that my body it just wants to move. It gets restless. And
yes. Yes, thank you.
And my body wake up I see clear. My eyes are very open. And yes, wake up. So my body wake up.
Yeah.
To bring the fear into the vertebra and the brain, that gives me like the back power. It makes me more still. It's just the opposite of getting nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Annika?
Annika, you're muted.
Do you have any hints on how to, like, I move the fear up and then I try to let it go into the eyes, and I get a sense that it's very subtle in the eyes. And I also have a story which probably stops this, that my emotional fear has actually stopped me from feeling my fear in my eyes. And so yeah, is there any way, is it just a practice, I imagine, to just keep letting the conscious fear flow into my eyes? Because what I also notice is that I think I get pain in my eyes when I let that happen.
This would be a perfect gate to start with your emotional fear. Start with your emotional fear, because the emotional fear is always mixed. It's always mixed feelings, or maybe the emotional fear is not in a resonance tissue. Because that's what we do when we want to store our emotions in our body. We transfer them in another tissue. Then the tissue it can flow. So if you cannot process your fear, the moment it happens, you store them in a different tissue. You could store the fear in your bones. You could store your fear in your soft tissue, in the muscles around the eyes. So, and so the starting point would be exactly there, to unmix your feelings. And we are going to have this, we are going to have this afterwards in a breakout room. We can navigate there.
Thank you, Susanne.
So
Susanne, I'd like to add something. I'm also noticing often when I feel fear, my head goes foggy and not clear. Do you have any possibilities, or can you say anything to that?
Yeah, the same thing. It's probably that the fear goes into another structure than into the nervous system. So it's an emotional fear, and this emotional fear creates this fogginess and or either spacing out or being hyper alert, like Angelika said. And when the fear is flowing in the nervous system, it creates this stillness. What also Angelika said, like there's power and stillness. It's not this hyper arousal. So if we, from a survival point of life, we are so used to put our feelings in other than the resonance tissues. To put, with our anger, we contract our muscles. With our fear, we tense up our muscles here. Or if we have sadness in the bones get soft, and we got osteoporosis. So there are lots of possibilities to create sickness and symptoms by putting the feelings in other tissues than the resonance tissues. So we create our symptoms by not flowing with our feelings. Do you have experiences about this?
Yes. my fear often sits in my abdominal muscles, my shoulders, my neck, my jaw, around my chest, so like around my lungs. And yeah, that's where it usually goes.
Yeah. And especially the lungs and the muscles and all these soft tissues are the resonance tissues of sadness.
Mm-hmm.
So all the tissues where there's fluidity, there's softness, the organs, the connective structures, the skin. These are the tissues which resonate with sadness, and the quality of sadness, which is connection, which is I don't know the German, like exchange, which is
Say it in German.
Stoffwechsel. What is Stoffwechsel in English? I don't know. Exchange of material? No. Martin, do you know? No.
Check that.
I get circulation.
Circulation, yeah, like the blood and so on.
Metabolism.
Metabolism.
Yes.
Metabolism.
That's
Yeah.
the area.
Right.
That's the area where sadness thrives.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you. And so the portal for the sadness is the heart. This is obvious because when we cry, when our heart moves, we cry. That's the most obvious portal, the most obvious connection, sadness and heart. All our feelings reside in the heart, but the core, the portal to sadness is the heart. And therefore, I invite you to connect with your heart and remember some loss. Remember some loss you had recently. It might be a small loss. And realize how sadness appears in your heart. The moment you think of grief, loss, something you missed. And let this sadness expand in your heart. Let it become bigger and bigger, and let it touch the walls of your heart. Let it touch from the inside, so it really fills your whole heart. It touches the back of your heart. The sadness touches the back of your heart and the bottom and the front. Then it goes to the top. And from there, it spreads with the blood through your whole body. The bloodstream, with every pump of your heart, the sadness pumps in your body. It goes through the big arteries into the lungs. And feel how the lungs, the soft lungs you have, these soft lungs contain your heart. They go around your heart. They protect your heart. And and still go with this sadness. And if you lose the sadness, remember this loss you had. Remember the loss so the sadness can appear again. And then let the sadness expand throughout the whole body, through all the organs you know often, which are in this contained in the big container of the pelvis. Let your sadness spread into your muscles, into your skin. And let it soften your skin from the inside. And let it soften your muscles. It's still the sadness from this loss you imagined you had. It spreads throughout your whole body and connects. And exchanges. And open your eyes, please, so you don't get lost in your sadness. Stay in the space. Thank you. How is this for you?
It is the feeling of taking room in my whole body. It fills my whole body.
Yes, thank you.
I felt a relaxation, like a warmth traveling all through my body. And it wasn't this like cramping sensation that I sometimes get when I hold my sadness in. And I felt the whole softness in my body.
Yeah, thank you.
I had that also, and there was this sense of like somehow becoming more lower in my body, like gravity was here, and maybe like a little more spread out somehow, especially in the lower part of my system.
In the beginning, I starting rolling over like my body as if it wanted to protect the heart, and it was very intense, and with my lungs also protecting it. And then I started really relaxing when I started sending it to spread through the body. But I stayed with the pain. I have a pain here in my chest. Yeah.
You have a pain in the chest.
Yes.
Is it a physical or an emotional pain?
I feel it physical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you. So you could take this then in this breakout room. We're starting right soon, because I want to go with you still at one step further into the joy. And when you have all these structures now, you've got you sense more of your anger, of your fear, of your sadness, and you sense also more of your bone structure, your nervous system, and all the soft tissues and organs in your body. I invite you to let this all come together. So the physical body and the emotional body coming together as a one. And then in your cells, in the centers of your cells, let a little spark of joy appear. It's a little spark. It's a little glittering spark of joy in every cell. It's the joy of life. It's the being alive. And it's millions of lights in your body, very small lights. And maybe it's easier if you close your eyes for a moment so that you can let this joy in your cells ignite. And you could imagine it's as if you have a chain of, how is it, the English word? As if you switch on the light. In one moment, the joy spreads in your whole body. Little glittering sparks of joy in every cell. Dancing. Because it makes sense. Because the all is working together. The overall is making a deep sense. You are alive. Your whole being, your being lives in your physical and in your emotional body. And when you've got the inner sensation, open your eyes and make contact with us while feeling this inner sensation of sparkling joy. Yeah, thank you. Any sharings on this? What are you observing?
Lightness, Leichtigkeit.
Mm-hmm.
For me, there is quite a connection to my fear. Like it seems like I get this the spark of the sensation of the fear, and I go, no, not that. Like find the cell, and so it seems like I need to do quite some navigation to find where that is, to not mix it.
Yeah.
Do you have anything for that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So the fear, do I have anything? I just, it's probably a navigation process. So fear, if you mix fear and joy, you get the excitement, which is a big gremlin food. And might have this habit of mixing joy into the fear. So the fear is not so fearful. How is it for you, Annika? What do you perceive?
It makes sense. Can you say that again? The last one.
If you inner navigate, what do you feel? What do you find? How are you doing this?
Perceive.
I mean, I only know from my life, like that I have like quite a distorted relationship to danger, or risk. And so I think that resonates somehow, that I don't have the felt experience of in risk situations of just joy or just fear, and it's almost upside down in my body. Like
What is
when things are
upside?
risky, but when things are risky, like when it's actually dangerous, I don't perceive that, and then I feel fear when it's actually not dangerous. So there's something not quite lined up.
So you have it
because
also. So you have the habit of, what I hear is you have a habit of loving danger, going for the danger, for the risk. And it shows also in your physical body, so on the cellular level, that there's a very closeness of the fear and the joy. So the unmixing on the cellular level, so really getting the fear into your nervous system and the joy into the center of the cells, that would be a process for you could go for.
Thank you.
Thank you. I would like, yeah?
Yeah, I noticed at first also this, when higher joy, I invited more joy, there was this fear, this excitement. And then when I just relaxed my body consciously, then I could feel the joy, and it was more like a radiance. It's like yeah, it's like this like these cells produce joy, and it spreads, and I can just sit here and fill my bubble with joy, so to say.
And it's a small joy. It's more not so high intensity joy, what I get from you.
Yeah, it's not it doesn't go into excitement. It's just like this calm sense of wholesomeness, that kind of joy.
Yeah, thank you. And what I hear is that this calm sense is the joy. This is what nourishes the cells from the inside out.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Nicole, you're smiling.
Yeah, there's this sense of that in each of the other resonant tissues, because they're made of cells also, there's this joy that is so distinct but so tiny, along with each tiny little cell of my bones and my nervous system and my soft tissues. And it's this sense of like joy to have each feeling, joy to have each minute speck of body, of physical body. And yeah, this just it and then seeing each of you on the screen, and just like it's blowing my mind that you each have this also. Like I haven't thought to think, oh, here's another human being who has joy in the center of each of their body's cells. Like what a thing to look for, or to give attention to.
Yeah, wow. Thank you, Nicole.
You're welcome.
And I'd like to add, with joy, I feel completely connected. So what resonates with me, Nicole, what you just said, is that all the cells take part or have this joy. So there's no distinction between different structures in the body. So it's all one. It's a sense of oneness.
Yeah. And that's also the quality of joy, this sense of oneness. So not separateness, togetherness, and the deep sense. Yeah, thank you. And I want to invite you to explore together now with in breakout sessions together with one symptom, like as Annika said, this separation, the excitement in her cell, in your cell, Annika. You could take this as a symptom, or you could, Katharina, you could take this pain in your chest as your symptom, and then go there, and from this symptom, separate your feelings, those feelings that there appear, into the body structures, into the resonance tissues. The same way we just did it. Start with the anger, because the anger makes the container. The anger gives the space, the clarity, and then go with all the other feelings, separate them into the resonating structures, one after the other. So we are going in 2, 4, what twos? In twos. We are going in twos. One is the coach and one is the client. And then we change, so we both get to experience to be a coach and to be a client. And the coach navigates the client into the body structures. And the client simply goes. Any questions there?
How long will we have each?
So it's 10 minutes each, I'd say. So we can have can come back and have a little sharing afterwards. So, and now I hope it's going that. And we wait. I let Echo decide. So, and I go in all of your rooms, in I come into all of your rooms. Any questions at this point?
No.
Okay, then go.
Hello, Martin.
You're only 2 men in one room.
Yes.
So you want to start or?
Yes, I will start. I have a symptom. Would you be willing to navigate me?
I will try. Yeah, let's go.
Thank you. I have a symptom which is in the gum. Looks like it's inflammation, and it started up and now it's coming down. It hurts here also. And I feel angry when I touch it with the hand, actually. When I touch it with the tongue, I feel fear.
What does it feel like? Is it tense or is it bold, or what does it feel like?
Yes, there's this tension. There's this, it's not tension, it's like swallowing sensation. It's not really dense or critical, but it's a swallowing sensation. So it looks like it's, yeah, it has sadness. Looks like sadness is here, condensed here, with a ball with a circle of fear around it.
All of sadness with a circle of fear around it.
Yeah, and I can sense now also looks like it's coming into my ear.
Okay.
And it looks like it's anger into my ear.
The anger rises up to the ear.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Is it,
go.
is it is the anger inside the bone? Can you feel it inside the bone, or is it on skin?
Yes, it's mainly the teeth.
In teeth, okay.
Yes, I can feel it in the teeth, so I can feel my teeth and also in the jaw. And then it looks like it spreads slightly around, like having a red spreading area.
Can you spread it wider than just in the chin or in this area? Can you spread it over the skull, maybe?
The anger.
Yes.
Yes, I can put it in my bones.
Mm-hmm.
I can send it to my spinal vertebrae. I can send it to my skull.
Yes, try it.
Yes, in this area.
Let it move. Let it move through your whole face.
It's coming here into the frontal bone.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh. There's fear of touching it.
The fear to touch your anger. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's really fresh, this area now. Looks like the fear is really spreading. So I will put the fear into the nerves, into this area coming into my brain and going down really fast into my spinal cord.
So let's stay with the anger. Let's stay with the anger. Don't go into the fear. Let's stay with the anger.
Okay. I'm staying with the anger.
Yes. And try to spread it all over the body, all over the bones in your body, not just the face, not the skull.
Okay.
Try to spread it downwards. Your arms, your breast. And down the spinal cord, just under the bones of the spinal cord. Try to connect it with your pelvis.
With what?
With the pelvis.
With the pelvis.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you feel it?
Yes.
How far does the anger reach in your body? Does it reach till your legs, maybe?
My feet.
Oh, to the feet. Great.
Yes. To my toes in my feet.
What's the quality of this anger? Does it want to make a noise, or does it want to just to move?
No, it's more like to stop.
Stop.
It's like telling me stop.
Mm-hmm. Stop. Can you say stop with what? Do you want to stop another human to do something, or just?
No, no, it's me stopping myself.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Of doing so much.
Mm. Mm. Stop. Okay. Relax a little bit. Mm-hmm. What's about the fear? What is about fear in this area? You told me there's a fear.
And I want to tell you that I feel fear because I think that my time just went by.
Oh, you have 2.5 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
I got the timer.
And the fear here in this area is it's like protecting this area, like don't get sick. You cannot get sick now. You cannot be sick now.
Cannot be sick now. Okay. And you moved your mouth right now. Yeah. So is it stuck there in this area? The fear is stuck.
When I move, I can sense it. I can feel it. Actually, there's this sensation in my body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. Let it go further into your nervous system. Spread it into your nervous system, all over your body. All over your body. Yeah. Go for it. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just want to say something.
It says take care of yourself.
Okay. So. Okay. Mm-hmm. Don't stop to let them. Yeah, exactly. To spread all the fear, all of your body, all of the skin, under the skin of your body. The nervous system is under the skin. Each of every single nerve. It's happening right now.
There's joy. I can relax. And there's also sadness.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And let the sadness flow.
Thank you.
How does it feel now?
Lighter. I can touch it with my tongue. It's really less sensitive. Here it's still, I know, it's better. Thank you. It works.
Cool. Okay, so let's switch. Oh,
we don't have time. We are
okay.
coming back.
Didn't she said each 10 minutes?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so it was too short for that. No problem. So let's stay with it.
Meet you there in the main room.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
See you.
So, hello back, welcome. Oops, welcome back. How did it go for you? You're all muted.
It worked. For me, it worked. I had a symptom in my tooth, in my gums. Now it's really lighter. There's joy. There's light. There's sadness in this area beneath my jaw. Thank you, Martin.
Thank you. How did it work for you?
It was amazing. I went into my eyes and Nicole guided me to first activate my anger to make connection with my bone here and put my hand here, and then I had anger in some tissue of my eye, so I moved it in there, and then when that was moved, the fear arose, and then the sadness came, and the sadness was about having not properly seen for most of my life, and it also brought this fog that I had in front, which would have been I believe my contact lenses, or like this fog of not seeing properly, and being grieving about that, and then she encouraged me to also bring the joy alive, and that was like really cool, because somehow the cells were saying, if you keep growing your cells, then you can let this light come in and you can see more colors, because I've been experiencing this burning sensation. And so Joy was saying, yeah, just keep activating this joy in there to keep growing your cells, so that you can handle this stuff coming in. Yeah.
Yeah, wow. You look also totally different, Annika.
Mm-hmm.
The joy is coming through.
Mm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other sharings? Anything else?
Yes, I looked into the sleepiness, the fogginess in my head, and Angelica prompted me to make connection with the anger first. And yeah, it was amazing. I saw like this black dark thing, like a fly wrapped around with spider web, and I just put the anger in my bones, and all of a sudden I could sit more upright, and then I could feel fear. I started feeling lots of fear, and it was still challenging to get the fear from my tissues into my spine or into my nervous system, but I definitely noticed that I'm with making the sounds of the fear, it reduced the amount of fear, and the mixing wasn't so strong, and so I now feel clearer, and definitely have not moved all the fear that's there into my nervous system, but there's a shift.
Yeah, thank you. And the shift gives you a taste of what's possible, and maybe at this point it needs a bigger process for really sorting this out. But you get the taste, and that's it about.
Mm-hmm.
So go, next round. So now, zack. Katharina, you stay.
Now it's my turn, right?
Yes.
I got tension right here beneath my left shoulder, and it's very tense. I compare it with the right one. Yeah, it's a pain also. It's a physical pain, and I just, the only time when I don't feel this pain is when I'm totally relaxed, and this is it's not often the case. And I don't know. It's not old. This fear is not old. This pain is not old. I think
You said this fear. You think it's fear?
I don't know. It's fear. Maybe it's fear.
Would you please close your eyes for a moment and just go there, up into the center of what you call pain, and start by saying, I feel. From there, from that space. What is it? Anger, joy, fear, or sadness?
It's sadness. Yeah.
And where is it? Describe it.
It's, I think it's mixed. It's mixed.
Yes.
It's mixed with fear, sadness, and fear. Also, maybe a little bit anger.
I think so. That's what it looks like. You said a little bit anger. I think it has a lot of anger.
Could be.
Yeah. So with your intention, not with your imagination, with your intention, would you bring the anger onto the bones? You don't have to do anything. Nothing to do. It's just sensing that it's coming back to its resonant tissues, to the bones, maybe to the teeth. Where is it going? Where are you putting it?
Yeah. I try to put it in my bones. I can feel there's a lot of anger in the muscles.
Okay. In there. And it's not about trying. Just with your intention, let it flow there. Actually, there's a move. Anger is really swift in going into from the muscles to the bones. So let it, allow it to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And what's that you are feeling? Actually, that's not really anger. It looks like you are doing something else. You are feeling something else. What is it?
I didn't try to unmix the anger or to feel the anger. I just look what will rise up, and it was sadness.
Yes. Would you like to do something about sadness?
Yeah.
Yeah. So where does sadness go in your body? Where is it the tissue of sadness?
Yeah, it's normally this area.
Okay. And also the blood. So if it goes into your heart, might go into your blood, into the water that is spreading in your cells, to your fluids, the soft tissues, your muscles, your articulations. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that. Yeah, let it drip, let it flow. There's so much sadness. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that. Go. Yeah. Oh, it might have a sound. Let the sounds come. Really soft. You don't need to go really high. Just be with it. Lean on to it. Yeah. Yeah, that's super.
This is fear. Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Where would you put your fear now? Where does it go?
I feel it here. Jaw shivering.
Okay, so go for your nervous system. Just let it flow to the back of your head, from your brain.
Oh,
Yes.
oh,
Yes.
oh,
Yes.
oh.
Yeah. Go. Yeah.
Oh.
Uh, no forcing. That's another feeling.
This is anger.
Yes. So where is it? That's another one. There's fear mixed with anger. So what is the most strong now? Where do you want to put it?
It's fear.
Okay. Where does it go? Where do you want to put it in your body? There's a lot of nerves. There's a whole nervous system in your body.
Yeah.
Inside of your skin, outside of your skin, in between your skin. Yes.
Yeah. The face. Oh.
Yeah. What's that? That's another feeling.
It's joy.
Joy. Okay. Where is it?
Everywhere in the body. I feel it in my feet. I feel it. Oh, it's warm. It's very warm. Oh.
Okay. Warm joy. Yes. Usually it's not really, really warm. It's this warmness.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It's blowing. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can feel it down my feet. I feel it in my face, up in the head. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Mixed with a little bit of fear.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So put the fear in your nervous system, back to your nervous system, to your nerves. Just spread it out.
Oh.
Yeah. And it looks like you are putting it up from up to down. So do it the other way. Just bring it from down to up. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. 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 Yeah. Yeah.
Anger.
Um,
Go again to the bones with the anger. You have about 20 seconds, and we are getting back to the main room. So just use your anger to put your anger in your bones now. Yes. And see you in 5 seconds in the main room, Martin.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
It's a requisite. It's a requisite to go to
Yeah.
have a meeting to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Hello back. Welcome back. Just for the integrity of the space, that our time container is already at the end. Are you okay to share some more minutes for your sharings?
Yes, with
Yeah, thank you. So what did you find? What happened?
yes, I with Josine. She leaded me through the pain in my knee, and in the beginning it felt very empty, my knee. And during the process now, I feel it really more filled. It was a very good experience. Thank you, Josine.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I I focused on this pain that I've been having in my elbow, and by the end of what Annika led me through, it was like I had a whole new arm and a whole new sense of just how beautiful and intelligent and perfect like this structure is. It's like I fell in love with my whole arm and how it's connected with the rest of me, and how it connects me with the world around me by being this thing I can use to move things and touch things. And yeah, the joy just really lit it completely up as this incredible anatomical and alive structure.
Oh, wow, thank you. Thank you, Nicole. And Martin, how about you?
I realize I'm still a little bit liquid. It was phenomenal. Thanks, Luis. Thanks a lot. I felt a stuck energy below my left shoulder. It was anger, and I felt awful feelings several times, not just one by one. So it was one anger, then fear, back to anger, back to joy, and in the end, I was completely flooded with joy. All my body, it's still. I don't know if you see it in my face, but wow, it was. I can't find words for that. Not yet. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm alive. So thanks, Luis.
Thank you. Thank you, amazing space holders, for this navigating in your body. And Katharina, do you also want to share?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, my chest pain went diminishing up to a point, but then it just stopped, didn't want to disappear totally. And I find out that I need to have an EHP with this pain. It is a doorway. Doesn't want to disappear. This fear wants to stay and protect me until I have an EHP.
Thank you.
Thank you, Susanne.
So now you have an experience how to navigate from the point of your pain or stuckness or whatever. Yeah. Bye-bye, Annika. And now you know how to navigate out of this pain, stuckness, and you also know how to hold space for someone else to navigate out of a symptom. And I want to encourage you, practice. Do it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Susanne.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.